I'm a true Cherokee, I'm a killer like B. Keep the 9 on him, that's Kurama.
Oh, it's your boy Ikimonoson, I'm a kid's ass. Killing them fizz ass, boy. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to everybody. Go Eagles. We already know the Eagles gonna win. You know what I mean? So that's how that goes down. But we ain't here to talk about football. We are here to talk about One Piece, Chapter 1139, Mountain Eater. Let's go right into it. I haven't read it or nothing. Let's go ahead into it. And I just want to tell y'all now, please stay to the end of the video because I'm also going to throw my review in for Chapter 1138 at the end of this because I didn't get to drop it last week. So I definitely want to make sure that, you know, my thoughts are heard. You guys can hear what I'm thinking, some of my theories or whatever. Boom. But let's just go into this chapter. Let's talk about the 9. So, cover page, who's who? 2 culprits. From what we already know is page 1 and Oti. He about to take him out. Don't know why. Like, what's the beef? But could be he want to take over the Todoropo. He just probably don't like them because he is kind of a hater. So who knows? The crazy thing is, it'd be crazy if Jack gave him the order to do it. But I doubt that would happen. So now, so we go back to the castle. They still looking for the key. They still can't find the key. Jaro tell him like maybe the elders know. He like, nah, they won't give it up. Let me see. It's a really short chapter, like only so much happened. Okay, so boom, they go into the throne room. Now in the throne room, this is where things get really interesting though. You know, I like what Zoro say, like, he was like, the scars of battle is very vicious. Talking about how the roof, the ceiling missing, it looked crazy. Like, from how it's drawn, the castle room, yeah, the battle had to be crazy. And remember, Loki was the person they was against. So, he does, whatever his devil fruit is, or maybe it's just his fighting style, but it's a lot of area of destruction that he destroys. He just destroys it. They walk and also see one of them summoning circles, which us, the readers, the fans, the real ones, we know what that is though. We know what that is. We know that summoning circle was from Shimdarak and Gunko. We know that that's where it comes from. So let's carry on. Let's see what else is going on, right? So they approach it. They have like a little brief discussion, like, "Oh, what is this?" And you know, like Nami told them, like, "Yo, this is like magic. People use this to summon demons." Okay, what they call demons beats me. They don't understand that. Yeah, actual real demons come out of this. And the funny part about this is, and it's kind of weird though, I kind of feel like lately, Luffy been showing more intelligence than usual. Because Luffy like, yo, I seen this recently. Like, I just seen one of these on Egghead. He don't know though. But yeah, he just seen one recently. So, that's what's going on right there, right? Now, boom. Now we get to the best part. Somebody like, "Hey, yo, Straw Hat. Yo, what's poppin'?" You like, "Yo, who this?" Roll like, "Yo, the castle hunted." Next thing you know, an axe flying. Yo, and everybody is going crazy. Like, "Yo, what's going down? Who da? Boom. And then we get to Braville. Roll like, "Oh, that's Yasan." That name is so fire. Yasan. Yasan who? Yasan, the Scopper, baby. Just called him by his name, Scopper. Like, yo, that's Scopper Big Gabon, baby. Yo, we been knew that this was Scopper. Like, he met with Crocus. It was only so many people that would meet with Crocus. Like, Shiki did sound like a good candidate. Very good candidate. But why would have I never? And that's the thing I always said. Like I never seen a reason for Shiki to meet with Crocus, and peacefully at that. It would have never been that. Like it just don't seem that way. And even though Crocus is out the game, he's still a pirate, you know. So I know he still holds some type of pirate values and morals. So he said that he felt strange hockey coming from the castle, and that's the reason why he came there. And he told him, like, yo, I heard stories about you. Heard you even took down that boy Skydo. And then he landed on the ground and became Kaido, and you put the beats on him? Yo, and then he say, man, I'd love to go back to Wano. That right there means also a lot. He's bringing up Kaido. Even though Kaido is his last major, feat. That's very important. But out of all the people to bring up right now, it's Kaido. And you know what? Going forth, like you gotta think about it. Kaido versus Loki would be a great matchup. Is Kaido coming back to the story with Big Mom? Maybe. We might see it. It just seemed like we can get, how can I say it? They can still be important to the story without being too important to the story. Kind of, But I digress. Let's just go on because it's crazy. I like his design too, though. I love his design. He really give me some, like, older Sanji vibes. Like, even though he don't look like Sanji, but it's like an older Sanji vibe with the Hawaiian shirt. I can see shorts. I can see Sanji wearing a cape like that. Oh, the Soga mask cape. Facts. And then they say her, wrote like, yo, y'all know who he is? Yo, you met Ripley? That's his wife. Colin, that's his son. Crazy, right? Big Mac. He telling them like, pretty much just like, yo, he got more giant blood. Now their ages is kind of surprising too. Colin is 20 years old. That nigga's grown. He ain't no kid. He can get a job. He is 20 years old. I never would have thought that. Like, I really thought he was like kid, but you know what? That's the one thing we gotta remember is that it's Elabeth, the giants grow differently. I like the fact that he brings this up too. Saying like how Colin is 20, Ripley is 80, and it's hard to be with a giant because he gets older, but they just stay the same age pretty much. So that makes a lot of sense. Then he go in saying how much, how he's the, love is free. Love is free. You can love anybody. And he announced himself as the Minister of Love. Big minister, the real Sanji vibes. And even Luffy peeped that. Luffy like, yo, this dude this how Sanji act. It's funny, to see that, to think that, okay, we had Rogers like Luffy, Rayleigh like Zoro, and then we got Scopper like Sanji, which was already kind of foreshadowed. We already know that. It's a parallel between the crews, but I'm just saying, that's just kind of funny. And that also makes me think that if that's the case, is the crew gonna find two kids too? Like how they found Shanks and Buggy? Oh my god, that'd be crazy. But we don't got enough time in the story for it. We don't got enough time. Story, like, Oda want to wrap this up soon, so we don't got enough time for all that. But that'd be perfect development. So yeah, they doing that talking. They tell him about Loki, how they're looking for the keys and stuff. He said, "Oh, the one thing he loved is when other people's causing trouble." Super funny. He said, secrets is more than be spread. Asked him, do he know what kind of man Loki is, and what's his plans if Loki gets so out of control. He said he'd beat him up, put him back in chains. He's like, yo, the only person that ever done that was Shanks. Which Loki was on the seas, nobody was able to stop him. That's a big statement. Big and a very bold statement. For the simple fact, we know when Loki was running the seas, Kaido was out there in the seas too. He was in the streets too. Maybe Kaido was probably in Wano. He was probably a little more like stations. Yeah. But still though, like, duh. Because Loki wasn't added to Kaido's list of greats. So they never must have ever ran into each other. And he didn't even bring him up either. Then it looked like Zoro and Luffy getting bored of all his talking. And they pretty much start going back looking for the thing. Looking for the keys. The Scopper get a little flashback of Roger and Rayleigh. Tell him, I'm sick of all your warnings. Are you afraid? I didn't say that. If you won't stop me, you'll have to. If you want me to stop, you'll have to do it by force. I'm telling you to be aware of the risk, idiot Roger. And then he tell Roto to push the throne, which I didn't expect this either. I didn't expect it to be some type of secret passageway. I'm telling you, mad stuff I didn't expect. Go back to the party. At the party, dang, I forgot what's his name. Oh, what is his name? I don't know, but y'all know this giant. I can't think of his name right now. I'm drawing a blank. But alright, yeah, so, one of the notable giants, part of the fleet, he telling Usopp and them pretty much like, about Scopper. About how Scopper took Roger to this mountain because he was sick, right? To get some help. The mountain was surrounded. Mad, enemy pirates, right? Surrounded. Crazy. Killed everybody. Ain't leave a tree left on the mountain. Now they call him the Mountain Eater. Something crazy, though. That's something so crazy. I'm like, yo. And he's known as the Pirates King left arm. And the funny part about this is, they say that his notoriety is up there with Roger and Rayleigh. It's just like, we should have heard his name come up a little bit more in this story. Even if it just was by epithet. I think that would have been perfect to build up the hype. Like, this is a big reveal. Don't get me wrong, it's big, but it kind of it don't feel surprising. Because the simple fact, like, we kind of knew it was going to be Scopper. We kind of knew, everybody was saying it for the longest, for many years. I wish there was just like more build up to it, and a little more, I'm trying to think of the word. I don't know. I feel like it just should have been more build up towards it. More build up. And he should have thrown us off a little bit more with it. Even like, he should have really just thrown us off. Where we could have really thought it was somebody else a little bit more than Scopper. But that's just my opinion, Let me go to the next page. And while I'm doing this, before I get back to it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Put it down there at the bottom if you got something, what you want to talk about. Got something to say, leave your opinions. Put it right there at the bottom. You know what to do. Do the thing. Don't forget, check out the music. Word, Ikimonoson kiss ass. I'm always killing it, always cooking it. Gotta do the thing. But, alright, back to the chapter, right? So let me see. They are walking down the throne room, exploring. They see that everything down there is empty. Nami's mad. Only thing in the middle is a key. Luffy like, yo, that gotta be the key. I need that. Hold on. That's what they thinking, right? Then my boy Scopper dash over real quick. He started taking off his stuff. He like, yo, what you think you about to do with this? A lot of people ain't gonna be too happy if you let them free. You got to show me what's up. Yeah, everybody at the party kind of surprised, like, oh, he's here? Yeah, he been here for 20 years. Legendary figure who stood shoulder to shoulder with Roger and Rayleigh. That's the part where I was saying, like, they kind of say that he got the same variety, which is true, like, and it should be, we just should have got more hype towards him way earlier in the story. Just like I said, it could have been all by epithet before we even got, this reveal. It would have been perfect. Then the chapter end off, right? It say the left arm of the Pirate King. Then take it from me if you can. Scopper the bomb. Fire. So fire. He like, yeah, come get this thing, Luffy. If you really want to free him, show me what you got. And I love the fact that it's going like this because Scopper's just, he's gatekeeping. He's gatekeeping. Now, with that flame mark on his head, he could be the man marked by flames. And that's an important thing, he is showing his gatekeeping. He might not be that person, but that means the next big reveal of a person will become the man marked by flames, another gatekeeper. And honestly, one of my favorite theories of who the man marked by flames can be is Mass Deuce. Like, I really would love if it was Mass Deuce, because that right there will bring us to full circle with everything with the Ace story. And that's really big because everywhere we go, everybody talk about, yo, Luffy, like your brother came here, and I think that'd be so perfect, so fire. Like, the last part of the video, get the rubbings or get the knowledge of where it can be at is by Mass Deuce, and it still feel like, and we know Mass Deuce got Ace Flame and I think in a Dire. That would give us the feeling like his brother is still kind of guiding him, still looking after him. It would give that sense to the story. It'd bring more romance to the dawn. Like, it's so many little things that could happen, but that's one of my big things that I would love to see. Like, if it's Scopper, cool, but it just don't feel right for it to be him. Like I was telling my brother, shout out Posama, the God. Me and him was talking about it, and I told him, like, yo, if Scopper has the whereabout of the next poneglyph, Shanks is ahead of the game, really. Shanks knows. That's the one thing that everybody else will be lacking. One day we'll be able to find that. That's gonna be super hard. Like, and then also getting the one from Wano is not about to be easy. Sorry, I don't know what happened to the light. The light just cut out, but that's what I'm thinking. Put your thoughts down in the comment. Thank you for being here with me. Like I said, stay to the end of the video because right after this, I'm gonna drop my 1138 reviews coming up right after this. So just give it a second. It's gonna definitely start playing, and you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna comment. You're gonna share it, because that's what the sake is about. We drink sake with our brothers and the others. You know what I mean? Sama, drink sake all the time. Yo, much love to everybody. Thank you for being here. Just, hey, hold tight, stay strong, keep trying to rock with me, and let's take it. Go Eagles. Yo, ho, ho. What's good? It's your boy Ikimonoson, Kizash, killing them Fizzazz. Man, you know how this go down. So, what we're here for today is 1138. One Piece. Me personally, I didn't even get to read the chapter. I mean, I briefly read the chapter, but I didn't really read it because I was going to sleep at that time. Right now, currently I'm at work. So that's why you hear stuff going on in the background. But let's definitely get into it. Everybody got videos out right now in this chapter, and I know it's mad crazy. I know it's mad hype. So, I'm gonna go through it right now with y'all, right? We'll review it real fast. And just vibe with it totally. Like, I want to see what it's about. So let's hit it. So start off with the cover page. That's who's who on the cover page. You know what I mean? It's no question. We seen the base from last chapter in the cover page. This chapter is titled Harley. So let me see. Okay, Yamato's golden harvest was secret pilgrimage. It was who's hideout. I we been who's hideout. That's nothing. Now I ain't gonna lie, I like seeing this, cause this give a couple of different things that can happen. Like, all right, so who's around, right? What's going to happen? Yamato gonna come beat who's who, and throw him in jail, or who's who is gonna join Yamato, like as a retainer. Now is who's who become a retainer, and this is not my own thought or theory. I heard this from Sai. Shout out to him. Definitely go check out his channel. Like, everything him and Power Vision do is always fire. So yeah, he said that. I'm like, that'd be crazy if she would become. If who's who would become a retainer of Yamato's. So, and honestly, I would say a couple of the Toby Roppo, that'd be tough for him. Have them fight against Jack. Baby, but that's just me getting into my mind. Oh, man. Let's see what's going to come, though. Because who's who? I like who's who. And I feel like we see Rob Lucci be awoken. Imagine who's who awoken. It got to be tough. So, we get the chapter. It starts off with Loki. He all beat up still. Gunko and Shamrock stand in front of him. Loki like, yo, bro, you look like him. You got his face. Yo, what's up with that, bro? You look just like this dude I know named Shanks. Gunko like, yo, chill out. Don't even be talking to boss like that. You don't even know him, da. But it's crazy, though. Shamrock didn't even say nothing at first. He played it, real cool like. Loki like, yo, you gotta understand. Yo, it's a celestial and a pirate that look just alike. That never happens. Who are you? So, right, Shamrock breaks it down to him like, this is crazy. So Shanks is his little twin brother. Yeah, his little brother. They're twins. And Shamrock is the older brother. And he said once Shanks returned to the Holy Land, but it seems he has taken a liking to this filthy world. Talking about, piracy and stuff. So, wait a minute, let me just finish it. Then Loki say, curse you and him, and if I get out these chains, I'm gonna put both of y'all down, yada yada. I'm gonna body y'all, especially for what you did to my homies, talking about the animals. Shamrock like, yo, don't even threaten me, boy. Don't even try that. Don't even. And Gunko like, yo, Commander, don't even mind. Don't even put your dirty. Don't put them hands on him. You dirty. You filth. You better than that. So that's what what goes on. That's what's being said, right? Before I get to the next part, which is super crazy, let's just talk about this one part real fast. So, Shanks is the twin brother of Shamrock, which we know. The little brother, which is crazy, because Shanks and Buggy is the little brother to kind of like Shanks. And then the biggest thing that they said that Shanks once went back to the Holy Land, but didn't want to stay. When and why did he go back is the question, right? Yo, Clip this. Make sure it's said here first. Your boy Summer brings sake, aka Ikimonoson, kiss ass, killing them fizz ass, said it first. We know when it happened. It happened between the time of when Shanks went to pretty much visit Whitebeard and stop Kaido. All that time in between, like Marineford. Cause I'm gonna play the clip too. So, what did Shanks bring to Whitebeard? If y'all don't remember, sake. And what was the important line Shanks said about that sake? He said, "I got it from my home." His hometown. Shanks was found by Roger as a baby. He wouldn't know where his hometown is. I mean, unless Roger told him what was good with him. We like, the West Blue, God Valley, I can't go to God Valley, it's gonna da. Went to the Marijoa. It's a Celestial. He went home. That was the time when that happened. That's what he brought. That's what he went there for originally. So, I'm just saying, your boy said it first. That's what, it all pieced together perfectly. Because what other time would he didn't go any other time. You know, we barely see Shanks. But Shanks don't be like super mobile. When he move, is a reason for him moving around. But to move on in the story. So right, Shamrock. Big reveal. He pull out his sword. And his sword turns into Cerberus. Now, it doesn't, and I had this mistake when I heard the spoilers earlier in the week, because I told my boys this, that his sword ate the Cerberus devil fruit. No, we don't get the devil fruit introduction box at all. It just says Cerberus. So, does that mean his sword is just like imbued with, like, I don't know, mythical magic? The same thing that Emu use? Like, what is going on? But it's absolutely super cool, though. Super cool to see, like, especially the way it's drawn. Like, you see the head, see them barking, then the whole body comes out, right? Boom. Collar starts spinning. The heads start flying around. Now, as they flying around, the heads spinning, the collar spinning around, heads in the air, swords come out their mouth. That boy Loki like, oh, what the hell is this? And you gotta remember, Loki's a giant. He been out on sea he was out at sea before. But this right here still shocked him, still took him off guard. He wasn't ready for this. So this says a lot. So he like, dang, yo, somebody help me out. Really, I need help. Boom. The boy Shamrock. In the midst of that, actually, you know what, before that, in the midst of that, Gunko, her abilities is really fire. Because she made an arrow bird right as all is that going on. She's like, yo, boss, let's get up out of here. Let's get done. Let's be done playing with him. Shamrock, alright. The body of the Cerberus returns back to the sword. Which absolutely means, let me see. The Cerberus had 3 heads. 1, 2, 3 swords right there, right? The body went back into his original sword. 4. Does that mean Shamrock uses 4 sword style? He gotta go against Zoro. Got to. Zoro or Mihawk. No. Shanks too, but that sounds like 4 sword style to me. Which is a mess though. Some mess. So yeah, that's when Gunko make the arrow bird. That jump fire to me, and that also got me believing that with her ability, she could probably just transform it and use it and create anything she absolutely wants to. Like, it's gonna be unstoppable. it's pretty much she can utilize her fruit probably on some like Robin's, like how Robin uses her fruit in a certain sense. So I could really see her and Robin being a great matchup against each other, honestly. So like, yeah, let's scramble, let's get up out of here. They make the bird, yada yada. They start flying away, right? But the dogs still spinning around. And you know what they do? They stab Loki. Stab him. Hard. To the body. Before I'm telling you, by the time he get freed, he is gonna be messed up. Terribly messed up. Gunko and Sherbrock, they fly off to do their thing. For the simple fact is, like they said, like, alright, since he playing games, he don't want to join. Yo, let's start rounding up the children and the old people. We're gonna start harming the village. Show them really what it means to be terrified. You know what I mean? And then he give that order. He said, you know what? Call one more holy night, just in case. Just so we got a little backup. One more holy night. One more. Now, I'm pretty sure that they're aware of everything that's going on. Like, as far as who's on the island, I'm pretty sure that the Holy Knights know that Kid was around the island, got blown away by Shanks. Pretty sure they know Luffy's on the island, Vegapunk is on the island, Dory, Broggy, Giants, all of that. And they want to call one more Holy Night. And I know which Holy Night they're calling. They're calling the Holy Night with the gas mask. This, like, it's so much build up to it, and people really want to know, like, is this person the person from Big Mom's flashback? So why not bring them in? This is the perfect time to have them come and build off that hype a little bit more. Because honestly, then it's gonna build more hype for as fans. We're gonna be like, oh, Big Mom is definitely coming back, which should be definitely happening. So that's one of them things I just want to say. The way he gave the call though was tough too. He like, yo, call up another one of them. It's like, yo, which one should I choose? He said, you know who. Call Himothy Turner. Word. Alright, and then we cut. Boom, now we at the castle. The Giants got messed up by Gunko. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so the Giants that got messed up by Gunko in the castle last time. They talking to Luffy group. You know, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. Yeah. That's where they went. Right? Alright. So they're talking to them. Telling them like, yeah, you know, yo, you should have seen it. Shanks came through it. Yo, he put the beats on us, bro. That's why we on the floor, yo. It was crazy. Ah-da-da. Luffy ain't having none of that. They like, nah, it's no way. Couldn't be Shanks. Shanks my boy. He would never do that. He don't fight people for no reason. He wouldn't just come and put the mitts on you. And then especially let you stay alive to tell me about him putting the mitts, you know? Nah, he don't do that. He don't do that. Look at you, this kid. Where he at? Sleeping with the fishes, B. He don't do that. That's not exactly what Luffy said, but that's how Luffy was pretty much saying, if you get what I'm saying, right? He was, you know, kind of saying that. They started trying to, you know, and then that's when Nami, you know, had a little chuckle. Luffy, you know, because she respect the way that Luffy believes so much in Shanks. Like, he don't believe there's no, Shanks can't do no wrong, you know. You guys, real high belief in him, which, come on now, that's, you know, people could feel that. That's a vibe you could connect with. Even Luffy like, yo, Nami, you know why I'm mad. You'll feel the same way if they did that to, what he called her? Melomere?
The reconnaissance report on the enemy base is coming.
To Melmere? Yeah, he called her Melmere. Like, who? What? At first, I did not know what that was. And then, you know, Nami corrected him like, it's, you know, Belamir's son to you, Luffy. I put some respect on her name. Boom. Important. A kind of somewhat important detail, right? because been a while since we even talked about Nami's past and anything like that, and we coming out to the end ball game, so it got to be some type of importance Nami might hold. You know, her parentage might hold. And what I'm kind of thinking too, Nami could have been saved from like a neighboring island close to God Valley. It had to be because we know where she came from. In the flashback, it was war. It was mad, crazy stuff going on. Like a buster call looked like nearly. So I would think she could be from a pretty high kingdom that got buster called for going against the world government, which we know that happens, like Lelucia. But another thing too, though, I kind of do got a belief that Nami has some celestial blood to her. I think Uncle might be her cousin, might be her sister, might be her aunt. Who knows? She might be the daughter of King Harold, a giant. Who knows? I'm just saying, though. It's a possibility. Like, it's so many different things that can be opened up with Nami. But I feel like it got to be something. Something, because especially like with her natural understanding of weather and navigation is just spot on. Especially, you know, during the 2-year time scale when she was in the weather island. Like, she's different from other people by far from what we see. Even though she's in like the weak trio, she might be the strongest one in the weak trio, to be honest. So that's just my thought. Let's move on. So they start giving, you know, Luffy some ideas like, yo, man, it might be a Shanks lookalike, just some type of imposter. Or maybe Shanks got a brother, and Luffy like, brother? Shanks got a brother? I don't know. Because he said he never asked Shanks about his family. You like, Luffy pretty much is like, the only family I know Shanks have is, you know, pretty much the Roger Pirates. That's the only people I know. And, you know, he say Roger, Rayleigh, Buggy, but not really Buggy. Which that's kind of funny because we know Buggy and Shanks do, you know, they brothers, they tight like that. But Luffy don't know that. And then we get the little panel seeing the man walking up to a door. And now it's confirmed that is the same man from the Crocus cover story. Which pretty much everybody, me, myself included, I'm very certain this is Scopper Gaban. Especially being shown in this context when Luffy's talking about the Roger Pirates. But the thing is, Oda is such a good writer. And that might be like too obvious for us to know, like, yeah, this could be Scopper. Yeah, this could be Scopper. He might be really throwing us for a loop. Wait a minute, let me see something. We still can't see the person's legs. So we can't really throw Shiki out too much, but honestly, I don't know. I kind of think that this might be a person that we don't know. We don't know at all. Like, just a new character. But could it be a character that was part of the Roger Pirates? Or a person, like I told one of my friends, I really kind of think maybe this person could be like a ex-Holy Knight. You know, ex-Holy Knight, he knows something about Shanks and mad different stuff. Like, it could be, I'm trying to think. Ooh.
What did you say?
A person that I didn't even think of at first, but maybe, because I don't think it's confirmed that they're like, you know, captain the story or nothing. So during the SBS, one of the SBSs. Yeah, so, alright. one of the things that Oda be doing when we don't got a chapter, right? He gives some information about Ace beating one of the old previous warlords. And I can't remember exactly what's the design of it. I'm gonna look it up, probably put it on the screen for y'all. But what if this is that person? He was like the Lizard King or something. Could be. There's no, because one thing we also do know that been happening during the story, during Luffy's journey, he's running into a lot of people that knows Ace, you know? We kind of still getting like Ace story while getting Luffy's story kind of, because Ace traveled to these same places. So I'm kind of feeling maybe it could be something like that, because we know some brotherly stuff is definitely gonna be tied into Elabeth. One, due to like we know how the giants are. Dory and Bragi, they come in pairs and stuff. Shakes and Shamrock, that's a pair too. We're getting like pairs in Elabeth starting off, and this is still just fresh and this just the beginning. We ain't even get no hardcore fights yet. We ain't get no fights at all. So tell you, it's crazy. It's my thought. But give me a second. Let me go grab something to drink. I'm a little thirsty. Okay, back. Had to grab me some water. Aguas, everything. Drink y'all water, please. Alright, so back to the chapter, right? Now we get to where, you know, Frankie and Ripley grew. Frankly looking at the tree, like, scarce. That's mad, Adam, boy. You know what I mean? I need to grab me some of this. Ripley like, you know what? Maybe I should start selling it. He like, nah. Don't even. I was just joking. Saul said, don't mess with the tree. Said it's legendary. It's super epic. We ain't gonna do that. I'm good. I'm calm. Which make me really do wonder. All right, where do Frankie get his supply out of? What? Gotta be the black market. I'm pretty sure it was confirmed in the story that it was the black market, but yeah, you know. And it just kind of showed the growth of Frankie, man. Like, think about old Frankie. Old Frankie. Water 7 Frankie. There was thieves, there was bandits, he didn't care. He just needed to get what he wanted to get so he could build what he wanted to build and do what he wanted to do and feel super. This Frankie, he's way more empathetic, compassionate. Like, he's more of a loving thing. And I do, you know what's the funniest part is that panel where Ripley is like holding Frankie in the air like a toy. I ain't gonna lie, the first time I seen it, I kind of looked too fast in it. I'm like, what is she holding? I'm like, she holding a big beetle? Nah, then I realized that was Frankie. I thought that joke was too funny though. It looks so funny. I ain't gonna lie, his outfit is fire. He got a fire Elabeth outfit. So, this is where it gets real crazy. They walk upon, they come across a couple of scribbles into the tree, edged in the tree. Ripley's like, yeah, these scribbles right here, some kids did these a long time ago. Ancient scribbles. Frank like, why? What's so important about these? Why they kept around? She's like, yeah, these came from like 900 years ago. Somewhere during the Void Century. No, let me read it. It said, then it comes exactly from the Void Century. And Frank like, yo, I gotta show Robin this. This is crazy. And then he started noticing, like, yo, all of these depictions ain't of people that's from pretty much, Elabeth. These not all giants. Because one of them we see definitely, and this is, going off of what Frankie is seeing right now. One look like an angel with wings. I'm thinking maybe like a Lunarian, more like some type of mink. One look like a robot, almost like a chopper robot. But let's move on. And Ripley like, oh, it might be just a child's dream. Then we get a cut to, the school with Ange teaching the kids. Our boy Colin. But see this part right here, this mural part, is what I'm saving for the end. That's the part that I'm definitely gonna try my best to break down, because everybody's giving their thoughts on it, and I want to give my thoughts also on it. So I'm definitely gonna make sure we do that. We just gonna finish the chapter, review everything else, throw a couple of theories, just talk about it a little bit. Then we're gonna go into the mural at the end. I'm probably gonna split that in two, because it's a lot. So bear with me. We definitely gonna do that. While we talking right now, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Check the other links in the bio. Like I said, I do a lot of stuff. Go love it all. Go like it all. Everything deals with. Most of the stuff deal with One Piece anime. Period. So, hey, guess you're in the right place. You dig? So let's just go on. Alright. So now we get to Robin and Saul. And we get to, the Harley text. It's crazy how Robin can, already read it. So, let me see what's the importance on it. Trying to see, I could read it. Different version. Oh, yeah, talk about a different version of a sun god. How each warrior, I believe, in a different version. Doo-doo-doo. They say how... Hold on. The story is divided into 3 chapters. In the third world, it is said to be the present world. In other words, what is about to happen. Quietly, Nika legend is told all over the world. So, the Harley text is set up in 3 ways. The third is what we're living in currently now. So, the third one would be more like a prediction, or it would be what Roger and Toki was saying that was going to happen in 20 years. It was really what could you call it? The rebirth of Nika. Alright, so that's pretty much what we living in, like the rebirth of Nika, aka Romance Dawn. Alrighty, so the first world, there was fire upon the earth. See, and I like this part, this little brief part when when Robin is reading it, and it said the first world, there was fire upon the earth. Chopper say humanity. Made me think of Dark Souls instantly. That really brought me to like a Dark Souls type of thing. Like, was the world inhabited by monsters? Like, monsters and all this stuff was roaming the world, and pretty much the sun god sent down like a flame to create humanity, to bring life forward. I'm trying to figure out, because honestly, from what Vegapunk say about devil fruits, about how it's tied to the will and belief, it sounds like everything kind of starts with the fire, the flame of humanity. Pretty much that's what Luffy represent. He's like the flame of humanity, he's the liberator. Wait a minute, is humanity liberation? It's not really the same, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying, though. And another thought, oh my god, another thing that just made me think about this. Luffy going to Gear 5, he could conjure things from his hair and pull it out. What if his hair is fire? He thinks of it and pull it right out of his hair. That where could the artificial mother flame could have came from. And that could have been a problem too back in the day. But I'm thinking something like that went along the way. And then that's when we get the mural and the breakdown of it. So this part right here, like I said, this mural part, I want to make sure that I can put up the picture for you guys and we can go over it correctly. It's definitely about it. It's gonna go down. You feel me? So If the picture ain't up right now at this second, it will be up in a second. So we'll go over it. Just follow along, and I'm about to go ahead. This right here is I think this is the TCB scan version. Let me see. I'm gonna read you what it said. The first world, right? The first world. There was fire upon the earth. Humanity succumbed to desire and touched the forbidden sun. The slaves made a wish, and the god of the sun appeared. But the god of the earth became enraged, and alongside the serpent of hell. Oh, wait a minute. Enveloped the world in death and darkness. They could never meet again. Alright, so in the first world, right? This kind of like sets up the reason why everything kind of happened. Like, you know, slaves prayed for a new god. They like, man, we sick of where we at. And that's what made the sun god appear. I can understand the earth god was angry because it was trying to move on to his territory. Like, that also kind of made me think of the contrast between Luffy and Blackbeard, because we know Blackbeard is literally darkness and Luffy is the light. That kind of made me think of that, like, the earth god wanted to keep the world under its shadow, in the darkness. But they prayed for the light, which came in the form of sun god. Now the thing that also got me to it said alongside the serpent of hell. So what if, I think the serpent of hell really could be Emu. Could be represented by Emu though. Cause you know what? Blackbeard has the tremor fruit and the darkness fruit, which seem like two things that could be very tied to like an earth god type of thing. And we already know that when Sabo seen Emu and their transformations, it was like you said, monsters out of hell. Hellish monsters like this, like what we're seeing in the mural. That's what their silhouettes was kind of like. Now that makes me really think that's the breakdown. Sun god, Luffy. This earth god that was enraged, Blackbeard. Possibly. Serpent of hell, Emu. So that's just the first world text, right? Let's move on to the second world text. So the second world text, there was breath upon the emptiness. The god of the forest sent forth demons. The sun merely spread the embers of war. The people of the half moon dreamed. The people of the full moon dreamed. Humanity killed the sun and then ascended to what? Divinity? Divinity? I don't know. The god of the sea became enraged. They could never meet again. Wait a minute. Was both of them? Oh yeah, both of them said to never meet again in both worlds. This one throws me for like a loop. Let's go over this one again. This is the second world text. There was a breath upon the emptiness. The god of the forest sent forth demons. The god of the forest. So far we have the god of the earth god, the sun god, the serpent of hell, and now we have a forest god. Sent forth demons. The forest god. See, that makes me, I kind of want to say they talking about the earth god again, but they could have just said earth god. They said the forest god.
You know it's true.
So that means it's another god in this story we haven't seen yet. And I don't think it's Green Bull either. It's being as far as being the forest god. And this could be the person that created the Adam tree and the Eve tree, pretty much. Could have created both of the trees. We know how important that tree is, the Fisherman Island. That makes me wonder, who could it be? What could it be? Right? That's the part that throws me for a loop. Okay, so the sun merely spreaded the embers of war. That makes sense, because Luffy, that's pretty much what Luffy is doing. You know, the world, while Luffy was growing up training his devil fruit, the world was pretty much imperial. A lot of slavery and all different type of places happening, a bunch of stuff happening. We know from who's who, like he said. Somebody was telling about Sun God Nika. Even he started praying to Sun God Nika. Luffy was the Sun God Nika. That was fueling and bringing him forth to do what he do now, pretty much, kind of. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. This is all headcanon. Ain't nothing totally confirmed, but he does spread the embers of war because he's always starting something. Even if he means to or not really, he's not even meaning to do it. He's just doing it because he's on his adventure. People kind of getting in his way. You mess around with his friends. You mess around with his food. He about to mess you up. Simple like that. So that's pretty much what that sounds to me. The people of the half moon dreamed. Half moon, D-Clan. The people of the full moon dreamed. Celestials. Humanity killed the sun and then ascended to divinity. So this right here is where I believe this is talking about where after that great war happened, after whatever happened with the ancient kingdom and stuff like that, this is right here. The second world is the world in the void century. The second world is the void century. First world, before the void century, ancient kingdom, the war happened. Second world is the void century. This is the world without the sun. Right, so that's when it say, the god of the sea became enraged. They could never meet again. The thing is, like, they keep saying, see, the first world, the god of the earth became enraged. In the second world, the god of the sea became enraged. This where I believe where it was this is where the devil fruit started spawning in the second world, because the god of the sea became enraged. And we already know who's the enemy of the sea is devil fruit users. And it must have descended from the sun, so pretty much when Nika died, something, that eternal flame, that mother flame must have started spawning devil fruits. That makes a lot of sense because the god of the forest sends forth demons. The demons that the god of the forest sends forth was devil fruits. The trees, the land started bearing devil fruits, birthing demons, people, things with powers. And that's why the god of the sea became enraged. And they could never meet again. That's the part that gets me. It's like the sun, the forest god, the earth god, and the sea serpent should never meet again. But which is inevitable, which we know they will meet again. Reason of why not being able to meet again is something that is totally unknown. So that's crazy. That's more than crazy, yo. But let's go on to the third world, right? Let's talk the third world. I'm hyped. Like, yo, this is so fire. Oh my God, that's what we needed from Elabeth. Like, and like I said, It's so much hype being built without any hands being thrown, and that's so. Oh my God, Odie, you are a genius. You're this right here. What you do with these that right game? What that you ain't the pin know me, because when you put it on paper, magic just happens and get crazy. Yo, you doing your thing, dog. You doing your thing. Salute you. So alright, let's go into the third world. About to make me get in tears. So the third world. Alright, so there was void upon the chaos. Let me see. Unbidden shadows remember the day of the promise, and they hear the voice of the fragmented moon. The god of the sun dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. The sun will return, and a new dawn will come. They will surely meet again. So there was void, right? Like we said, the second one was the void century. Upon the chaos, darkness, it was shadow, right? The unforbidden shadows. Remember the days of the promise, and they hear the voice of the fragmented moon, the half moon. The god of the sun dances and laughs. Nika dances and laughs. We know this. Guiding the world to its end. Make me definitely think of what my boy Go D. Rogers said. He's gonna turn the world upside down. Bringing the world to its end to start a new beginning. The sun will return and a new dawn will come. They will surely meet again. Which all seem like they are all in cahoots. We just missing one person out of the whole thing, like really. The serpent, Emu, Luffy, Nika, the Earth God, Black Bear, they all are in cahoots with each other. In a sense, like, we know Black Bear is trying to get into the position of Emu. We know Luffy don't mess with Black Bear. And we know Luffy don't really care for no world government. Just the forest person is missing. You know what made me now think about this? What if that's Loki? But then you know what? Loki claims to be another sun god. And from the depictions, it do sound like it's another sun god. So that's so hard to really know for sure. But this chapter is crazy, like crazy. It's just such a banger. Oh my God, such a banger chapter. Let's look at this mural. Let's look at the picture. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna try to make sure I can throw the picture up for y'all. So, as I'm talking about it, the picture will be up and, you guys will be seeing it. Come on now. If I look at this picture, somebody brought up something to my attention that I didn't notice. They said that it's a part of the picture that's blocked off. Oh, I see it now. The part where Frankie is standing. I didn't even peep that. So let's just go over it, right? So I'm gonna start left to right. So what we see some type of demon monster with horns holding the sun, and from what it looks like, they throwing down the stars. They're bringing the stars down. Now it's a boat beside them, sailing with them. Like they fight against all the other boats, which I would kind of think maybe represents like the world government, the Navy. So now what we see, you got one race that's definitely ancient giants. You got another race that's a little bigger than others. It could be the giants. I definitely see a mink with a sword. I see a fisherman princess, Untentada. These other boats, I would say, are probably other. What's the word? What's the word for it? Like, other just other allies fighting against the monster. It's a black ship. Now that black ship definitely make me think that could be the one, the man with the black flames. We see a robot with horns. We see Nika with the dagger, and he's stretching and got a shield. Now the one with the flame on top of his head and wings, I want to say that's a Lunarian. I definitely think that's a Lunarian. We see the samurais on a boat. It's another wing race too, on a boat from what it looks like right there above the samurais. That could, I don't know. I'm not sure. Then it's another depiction of an animal, like another mink. Up top, like a wolf-looking type of being. Right behind the whale, a flying whale, which kind of makes me think of Laboon. Definitely makes me think of Laboon, but also think of made me think of Laboon. Made me think of kind of anything to do with Elabeth and that in the place where Nami trained, because we see the rain falling at the same time right above them. So that makes me think of that gotta probably depict somebody that has power controlling over rain, which if you ask me makes me think of dragon, right? Everybody's saying this right here is like supposed to depict the third world. Honestly, I kind of think this is like a blend of third world, first world, second world, kind of. Maybe. But I'm not sure. Because when we go to the right side, it kind of gives that, like, you've seen that these are buildings. These buildings, you could tell pretty much was like an ancient building. And look what the people was doing. People is pretty much, it looked like some type of system, some type of like, yeah, like some type of, just like some type of factory, like a weapons factory. They're putting pieces of this flame inside of it, which really, to me, I'm pretty sure this is depicting the mother flame. There's got to be like Uranus, whatever, however they say it. And I see a winged race. I'm thinking that's a Lunarian. Now that person with the crown, that dark figure standing on top, that gotta be Emo. Yeah. And that's pretty much, and that's what I think that's that serpent coming from the water is enraged about. That's the sea serpent. And look, it like two sea serpents was battling against each other. Oh yeah, cause you know what? This one boat right here is the Arch Maximus. That look just like a Nels boat. And these do like the hieroglyphics that he seen. So yeah, this is where it started. It started from here, the first world. We go over to the second world, where you see the second beast. That's pretty much Emu stealing what they was doing in the Mother Flame. Give the creation of pretty much of devil fruits. That's why we got the tree in the middle, right? On the other side of the tree shows the final war, what it's gonna really be on. You know, this is what's happening. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's just right now. This is just headcanon. Because we don't see the full picture. Because we don't know what's on top of it. Because if you look beyond the text and look above it, between, you know, where the first world and the second world text is stuff above this. And we don't know. And it's something that, frankly, is also blocking. And this is just me talking about what I see right now. This is just right now, my first thoughts. Because it's right, like I said, this is really my hardcore first time going over this with y'all right now. That is crazy to me. Crazy. Like, what we're seeing is literally, we're seeing the whole history of One Piece in a mural. I might get this tattoo. Might have to get this tattooed on my back. Yo, if I should get this tattooed, man, yo, please let me get 100 likes. Give me 100 likes, I'll get a tattoo. I'll get this mural tattooed somewhere. Probably on my stomach. Cause it'll look fire, it'll look gangster. Like, yo, I can't believe it. I know definitely as more thoughts come to me, I definitely would make sure I tune in with you guys to go over some more, if I come up with more ideas for this, because I want to analyze this a little deeper. This right here was just briefly just us talking about it. Remember, we still get a chapter next week. Can't wait till 11:39 come out. Oh my God, and I'm gonna be all over that too. I'm gonna be over there like white on rice, baby. You know how it goes down. It's gonna be crazy. Yo, but I just want to thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, for being here, taking this journey with me. You know, drink sake. Share the sake with your brothers, with the others. You know, I know how that goes, you know what I mean? I want everybody to keep y'all head high, keep y'all morale up. Be y'all. Everybody strive to be great. Be a pirate king. Or a pirate queen, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, you know how that goes, or whatever. But, yeah, do that thing for your boy. Share it with somebody. Subscribe to something. Like on something. Comment on something. Peace. I'm out.
That's cool.